Welcome back to the Sports Machine. There have been very few women who have pursued a serious career in auto racing.
But in IndyCar racing, there is one young lady who wants to change all of that. Let's go to Indianapolis.
23-year-old Danica Patrick, a rookie driver with tunnel vision. She's already survived the dangers of a horrendous crash in her first race in an Indy car. She's the fourth woman ever to qualify in the Indy 500. She has captured the attention of fans on and off the track. Her passion is racing, but she's not shy in front of the cameras. She's in high demand as a model, as seen in FHM magazine. Some people criticized her, but she says she can combine modeling with her passion for racing.
I think the fact that people, and I say this every time, I think the fact that people are still talking about the things that I've done is reason to do it. And as long as I don't feel uncomfortable and I don't feel like I regret it, which I don't, then have a field day with it. Keep talking about it. You'll probably, it'll come up next year, maybe the year after. So I think it's good to expose the sport to areas that haven't seen it before.
She's no newcomer to the world of racing, having won her Grand National Championship in go-karts at the age of 12. She won 2 more national titles before moving to England at the age of 16 to race Formula cars. In 2000, she was a very impressive runner-up in the Formula Ford Festival. When she moved back to the States, the one owner willing to take a chance on Danica Patrick was former Indy 500 winner Bobby Rahal.
I've told her, I think, and I've told people, and I think they agree with it. I think that, she has the ability to write some history here. And ultimately, which I'm always on her about, ultimately what she does on the track is going to speak the loudest.
In the box is rookie Danica Patrick. It's this past March, the Miami 300. Patrick tries to go low to avoid a wreck. She collides with Ed Carpenter. Off of the collision, she goes into the wall at over 200 miles an hour. The crash knocked 8 drivers out of the race, including Danica Patrick. She walked away from the crash, but she had suffered a concussion. It's a wreck that is still vivid in her mind.
I remember most all of it. I remember almost clearing this accident. I remember seeing smoke up at the top of the track and going underneath it, and thinking I was just about clear, and then pop! I made it halfway past the car and went head on in the wall. And I can remember going head on into the wall even, and I remember thinking, oh, this is gonna hurt. And then I don't remember anything for a while. It was a growing experience, and I think that there are 2 kinds of drivers: ones that are going to crash and ones that have.
Earlier this month, Danica Patrick came to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, joining Janet Guthrie, Lynn St. James, and Sarah Fisher as the only women to race in the Indy 500. She went onto the track and made history of her own, qualifying 4th, the highest of any woman in the history of the 500. Being in the race isn't good enough. She wants to win it all.
The Indy 500 is very important, no doubt about it. It is a checklist on a driver's agenda for something that they want to do, but I don't think that it's something that I'm going to define my career on, that I drove in the Indy 500. But it's definitely going to be something that's different, and I'll learn a lot from it, and I want to go out there and win it, not just drive it.
Since her crash back in Miami in March, she has improved every time on the track. In the last IndyCar race in Japan, Patrick led the first 18 laps, finishing 4th, the best finish of her career. She's the only woman driver on the IndyCar circuit. She hopes that people will recognize her for more than her gender.
One day when I'm done, I hope that people, just say that was a great driver, and it doesn't, they don't say that was the great female driver, because I'm already confident. I already feel like I'm a great driver. Past the female stuff. I'm an IndyCar driver. I mean, it says a lot.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway, one of the most hallowed venues in all of sports. It's where Danica Patrick aims to make history by becoming the first woman driver ever to win the Indy 500.